The video games industry is one of the most innovative and fastest growing industries in the world. The men and women of this industry work tirelessly to provide entertainment for the masses, and some of these provide the music. Music that we love. Music that we listen to when we're enjoying ourselves playing those video games. Video games. Music that we love. Music that we listen to when we're enjoying ourselves listening to video games. Video games. Do we even know who these people are? No. Would video games be the same without them? No. What you're about.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of the IGM Sunday NewsCast. I am Nick Sescon, also known as the Average Gamer, and I'm joined today with Squeaky Bee and by Winningism. How's it going, guys?
Oh, hi.
Hello. I almost forgot to unmute myself there.
I was like, I had my hand like poised over my unmute switch because I knew I was going to forget otherwise and just be like, hi guys.
like 2 seconds and my head was already like in the clouds, just gone.
It's that Reese's peanut butter cup, yo. Those things are magic.
Right?
Chocolate high going on.
My wife is so good to me. I had a Reese's, what would you call it? Extravaganza, I guess. She got me Reese's Pieces, Reese's Sticks, white peanut butter cups, and something else that was Reese's. It was a ridiculous weekend.
Like a smorgasbord?
Yeah!
Is that a good word for that?
That's what I was trying to think of. It was definitely a smorgasbord.
Both of you, I hate you.
Nah, I'm not sorry.
Yeah, sorry,
I know,
sorry.
Nobody's sorry. It's cool.
So
I'm not sorry either. But
go right ahead and internalize all that hate.
well, next time I puke, I'll think of you.
Okay,
Perfect.
thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, sorry. Out of context, that sounded really bad. Like, nobody knows that I'm sick. I'm sorry, guys. I am actually sick. Like, I've been throwing up. This is not just me, like, anger vomiting all over MeWe, like, for no reason.
Vomiting. I'm so angry at you.
I kind of want to see
your
that.
shoes, blah. It's like passive-aggressive kitty.
I know. Like, that's not my deal. I've actually had a fever for a couple days, and I've been sick to my stomach, so we'll see what happens. My surgery's next week, so that'll be fun. They ask you if you have, like, any infections or a fever, and I'm just gonna be like, no. Because I just want it done.
Just don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's like it's cool. like this is a thing. Just it's all good. Just just take the tumor out and everybody will be happy. Whatever, Savvy.
Right.
Y'all love it. Y'all love it.
Yeah, exactly. So, shall we hop on to some news? We actually have some news this week, which is a switch.
Kimasabi, jump on it. Jump on it.
Oh my gosh, stop yourself.
I can't stop.
Oh man. So, for all of my
Y'all started this crazy train.
Northern brethren that are sweating it out during the summertime, I have some awesome news for Canada. We have, hopefully, a Gamescon Toronto being made, which is nice because Canada has like 0 to none gaming conventions. When we want to go to gaming conventions, I've either got to drive to Seattle or go to frickin' Boston. So it would be nice to see the right now they're actually kickstarting it. So I have the Kickstarter come up. They're kickstarting it. They need a goal of $50,000, and they're sitting at about 1,200 right now. But I'm hoping because they've got the extended time. They got 40 days to go. So hopefully we will actually start seeing some game conventions in Canada.
Canada.
Oh God, it's about time, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, and the guy that's doing it, Mark Chandler, he's actually, he was heading up, because there used to be a Gamescon in Toronto, and then they stopped, but I can't remember the reason why, and so he's trying to get it back up. And then
Okay, see, that's what I remember.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I knew there was something in Toronto, and that's why I was so confused when you're like, there are like no game conventions up here. I'm like, the hell they are.
Yeah.
There
Back
are.
when Bonnie was but a young girl.
When I was but a lass. I was young and innocent.
Yeah.
I had no idea the ways of the world. No, but what's really funny is this weekend we've actually got we call it ABC. It's Anime Blues Con in Memphis. So we've got an anime con now. We have a fur con, and we have a game con in Memphis, and like it's con season down here, and it's really weird because I don't think of Memphis as like a hub for that sort of thing. So the fact that Memphis has 3 cons, and like the entire country of Canada is trying to get this one thing going in Toronto is really weird to me. I don't know. I just expected
we need
Toronto.
Some PAX North. We need some PAX North up in this. That's what we need.
Like, we have MagFest here, and we have a couple things that happen here. I can't remember them all, but there's quite a few cons that happen over in this area. But it is DC, so
we have the Calgary Comic Con, which is one of the larger comic conventions in the world, and that's it. Oh no, we have an Oda Fest because anime, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
okay, so you don't have like Little to Zero then? You liar! God,
that's
you
not
liar.
gaming. That's not gaming at all, though. They have nothing to do with gaming.
Conventions.
No, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just being a turd.
We have stuff for my wife to geek out on, but not me.
Well, bless your heart.
Okay, next up in news. This one I'm actually pretty excited about.
So am I.
Go for it.
Okay, so the Able Gamers Foundation is dedicated, as the name suggests, to helping, gamers with disabilities to be able to game. Like, that's literally their goal. And there's research that goes into methods of gaming and whatnot. And the big news, the big event that's coming up is Able Gamers has their headquarters in the Washington, D.C. area. And they're opening it up for 24 hours from July 5th until July 6th so that gamers with disabilities can come in and try out the equipment that's there, like to help them play games, fill out forms to basically request aid to get this equipment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're auctioning off a bunch of stuff, like how game devs they'll have swag from their own games or other games. They go everywhere, and other types of developers. They have all this stuff and tchotchkes and things that never go anywhere. Nobody ever sees them. They're like in boxes. Well, there's going to be a wall where they're going to display all these items, and game devs will basically fill it up themselves. Like, they'll come and be like, oh, look, here's this figurine from this game I made like 12 years ago that nobody's seen since. And once that wall is filled up, they're going to take all those knickknacks down, and they're going to auction them off for charity. So it's a big thing. Like, this whole big event, and it's completely centered around making sure that all gamers have an opportunity to game, which is amazing. I'm very excited.
It is. It's really good. One of the things I really loved about this one is how they are having, like, volunteers there to help you fill out the paperwork for grants. It's like, okay, what's your problem? Oh, you can't afford it? Okay, let's do this. I got the forms right here. Let's get it done. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes me so happy.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's going to be a stream going on, a 24-hour stream.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the channel name, but I'm sure they'll be updating it soon because, this is in like 2 weeks. But they're also doing fundraisers for the kids.
No, go ahead.
They're in the article. Oh, they're in West Virginia, not D.C.
It says Washington, D.C. area. Okay, well, it's cool. It's cool.
Never mind.
There. And that's the Twitch channel right there. It's literally just Twitch /Able Gamers. So.
Oh, okay, cool. I lost my train of thought. I was so excited. My brain just couldn't handle it anymore. I'm really excited about it. Oh, yeah, they're doing a fundraiser. And the fundraiser is through streamers. And I think IGM might be a part of it. We're talking about it. Yeah. So we're going to be letting people know as that gets closer. It'll be through the end of July, basically, that we'll try to get a stream going and basically a marathon to help them raise money. And they don't have like a minimum or anything, which is good.
Vinny was asking me about that, so we should definitely try and set something up.
Yeah, that'll be fun. So you guys stay tuned, and we'll have it here when we have it going on. And it's for a good cause. It's for a great cause.
I like good causes. That's the best reason to stream.
Yep. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. And the third one is called The Game That Time Forgot, which is adorable. Right here. This one is pretty much. I love the video here. I would love to show it, but it's 7 minutes long, and that's pretty long for us, especially with YouTube because we always talk so much.
Yeah.
But this game, I absolutely love this game. It's one of the. I haven't seen a developer with such a pure passion for gaming in such a long time, and that this guy, he's been making games since he was about 11. Just little tiny games on an old indie website where you could throw them up for free and people could play them. Kind of like Newgrounds kind of idea. Mm-hmm. And then when he saw the first Lord of the Rings movie, he was inspired to kind of make the game that he always wanted to make. And 13 years later, he's finished the game. And the entire 7-minute video goes on talking about all the different things that he did, like how he'd get better at art, so he'd go back and reanimate parts of the game. He'd get better at level design, so he'd go and reanimate it. He got better at programming, so once the game was like 75% done, he rewrote the entire engine and had to go and reapply the entire engine to the entire game.
Jeez.
But it's done, and he's pretty much said, you know what, this game really says a lot about who I am, so he's left it as is. So when you start out, it's the levels that he was making 13 years ago, and the pixels they look like crap. And then the storyline, like it builds and builds and builds, and as you play this game, because it's huge, after 13 years of development, it's like hundreds of levels, and it's like a platformer that's supposed to have a cinematic storyline. So as you go on, it starts looking better and better and better until you get to the end of it. So it's really neat. And if you guys want to check it out, it's for free. Mm-hmm. Which is
that's awesome.
Yeah, Tobias and the Dark Scepters.
Yeah, I posted the link in chat. It's literally tobiasgame.co.uk.
Yeah, exactly. And
it's free.
He's good with streaming. He's good with YouTube. If you guys want to monetize it too. So I really thought it was a really neat article because it's really hard in the world that indie gaming is becoming. We're getting a bit more commercial, and a lot of it is starting to aim towards the money that you're making and that kind of thing. And I find some of the passion can really be lost in the games that you make. So it was really refreshing to kind of see this game that's focused completely around the dude's passion of the game that he's making.
And I think that's pretty fantastic too. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to finish the game. It doesn't matter. People think that you have to have like this time crunch, and like, oh, I got to get it out within this year. Like, no, make it so it's good. It doesn't matter how long it takes to get it done.
Exactly.
Just finish it to where it's good enough to where you're happy with it. I mean, I think every artist can speak to the fact that nothing is ever perfect. Nothing is ever completely finished. But like you said, he was going through and he was learning how to do it on his own, and as he got better things, he'd go back and change it. And I think that's excellent. And then he got to the point he's like, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Done it to the best of my abilities.
Mm-hmm. It actually touches on a topic that my wife and I were chatting about too, because she listens to a lot of podcasts of comic book artists and that kind of thing. And it came up that as an artist, obviously, as you learn your craft, you get a lot better. So should you go back and retouch the things that you drew, say, years ago to see how much better you've become, or should you just leave them, not look behind, and continue on as you go? And personally, I think if you just leave them behind, it really connects with your audience, because like with this game, when you start playing it and you start seeing the game getting better and better and better, it's going to personally endear you to the game, kind of the same way that anybody that's read Garfield from the very beginning. Mm-hmm. Like it looks.
I was
like
thinking
crap.
about that. I was totally thinking about that.
And
Garfield looked really janky at the beginning.
But,
yes, it did.
But you get that personal connection as you read through it, and he starts looking better and better, because you're like, oh, I was one of the people that read him so long ago. I remember when he was like this.
I think the DLC Quest tried to do that. Not DLC Quest.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Evoland.
Evoland, yeah.
Evoland tried to do that.
Yeah, I had that same kind of ideal.
And it was basically like the point of the game was advancement. Like, you knew it was going to get better because that was the entire point of the game. But I think it still touched upon, that same sort of concept You know, because you're playing this game and you feel invested in how it's changed. Like I did that, you know. So it's a little bit different, but I don't know.
No,
That's what it reminds me of too.
Yeah. But anyway, I just wanted to touch on that. I thought it was a neat piece of news.
Absolutely. That's good.
We can get to the fun stuff, though.
The Kickstarter!
Kickstarter videos!
Kickstarters! Yay!
No more hover. No more hover.
We had some giveaways the last couple of weeks, and our guest host, One Savvy Siren, threw in some hover questions, and people were like, why did you ask the hover questions? I was like, it wasn't me! I didn't do it!
You're notorious now.
I know.
Hover.
I know. I wish I could get the game early because I'm so, into hover.
Yeah.
We're so involved now.
Yeah.
It's like we've plugged this game so many times.
By the way, go buy hover.
It's a thing now. It's a thing.
So the first game I wanted to show on Kickstarter, we actually did this on Average Giants last week. It's called Solar Storm, and I'm going to show the first minute because it's about a 6-minute video, but the audio is kind of wonky after the first minute. So let's watch it, and then we can chat about it. So, that was Solar Storm. I'd love to show the game intro as well, but it's also like 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's neat, though. How would I describe this game? It's like Kerbal Space Program meets FTL.
That's exactly what I was just about to say.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. It's neat. I loved it. There's you could see you're building your ships there, and one of the things that the developers taught me is when you're in a fight, you have to connect all the components of your ships. If you just blow up where they connect rather than blow up the components, you just make a ship fall apart. It's neat.
That's cool. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I really liked the orbital navigation too. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels more like piloting a ship in space to me because, like the whole idea behind space physics and everything is like, okay, you kind of just have to give it a little kick and you'll just keep going because there's no friction to stop you.
Mm-hmm.
No gravity to slow you down.
What was it? It's neat too because a lot of factors go in there because you're trying to get in. There's a standalone demo. So if you guys are interested in this game, there is a standalone demo, which is what we played on the show, and you're trying to get to Mars. And you can choose either build a big, giant, heavy ship that's going to take a long time to get there, but you'll have a better chance because you've got lots of weaponry to defend yourself and all that kind of stuff. Or you can build a really light ship and you'll get there a lot faster, but you have to kind of hope that you don't run into anything. So it's neat that way. Rather than FTL just picking options of where you want to go next, it's up to you to actually navigate to land on whatever you're trying to hit.
Yeah, and it kind of gives you almost like an open world feel or open space feel.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Is that the correct phrasing?
That being said, this one needs £30,000, which is pretty modest, I find, for a gaming Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
And they need some more exposure. I think I'm hoping they get more exposure because this game's awesome and I want to see it made.
Yeah,
I'd like to see that one made for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my type of game, but I know that there's kind of a big demand for games like that. Mm-hmm. So it would be good to have like another one in the mix to kind of switch it up a little bit.
It strikes me as a good game to stream for people too.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's a lot of fun. And like I said, that standalone demo, they actually made a smaller version of the game to show it off. So there is, like, it's a full demo with the storyline beginning to end, and it's got a couple of hours worth of gameplay in there. So any streamers, they're totally open for it.
Yay!
Next one we're going to talk about is Twin Souls: The Path of Shadows.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
My body is ready.
This one I
Go.
like. Oh, we'll start the video here. So, Twin Souls. Thoughts?
It looks really good. Oh my god, it's so pretty.
I know.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
That is easily one of the prettier games I think we've seen on Kickstarter, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how people were like, oh, I'm expecting, Mulan or Mushu to show up, and I don't. Mega Pie Man says, doubt Disney would allow that with all the murdering going on. It's like, dude, did you see Mulan? Like,
Yeah, that's very true.
have you seen The Lion King? I mean, have you seen any Disney movie? They literally don't care about killing people. I think Disney would be down for that.
Very true. They very well could be. It reminded me a lot of Tenchu, which a lot of people, I don't know if you guys played. It was on the PS1, and it was like a stealth simulator playing a ninja.
Oh, I kind of remember,
Yeah.
I stay away from stealth games because I'm terrible.
Metal Gear Solid got me hooked. Though that's the only Metal Gear game I ever played. Don't shoot me.
I've never played any of them, so it's okay. I'm not. That's not my type of game, so I just don't.
I make every game into a stealth game, whether it's intended to be or not.
Yeah, I did watch you play the ball.
Yeah, I'm very stealthy.
Yeah, very true.
Take my sweet time, and I'll get there when I get there, and yeah.
I go really slow, but I don't know that I'm being stealthy. Like, I'm just like when I play BioShock, like I make sure I know where everything is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very much trying to sneak up on everybody, and story of my life. Sneak up on people. Surprise!
Well, they're at almost 15,000 of a 70,000 goal,
Yeah.
and there's 25 days to go. So if you guys like it, like, kick some money their way. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's a really neat game.
I was
really hopeful. They got a good first push there, so here's hoping.
I was gonna say that 70 grand's a little bit cheap or steep, but with the amount of detail that they're kind of putting into this and the graphics and the design alone, I can totally see why they would need that much.
Agreed. No, like, thumbs up.
Yeah.
I want this. We need to get this made.
So,
Yeah,
Savvy,
totally.
do you want to introduce our next game? I've seen.
I adore this game.
I've seen Markiplier play it and PewDiePie play it, and I think Jacksepticeye.
I've played it so many times just on my own for shits and giggles, and I love it so much.
I like Kino's question.
No, it's not Hover. It's not
No,
Hover.
not hover.
I posted the link in chat. You
Okay.
guys be amazed. It's
I'm
amazing.
Yeah,
in the
we'll start it.
popcorn machine again. How does this happen? There's not even a door on this thing.
Hey, what are you doing? You know it's time to start the Kickstarter video, right?
What?
Oh, are we rolling?
Ba-dum, ba-da-da-dum.
This is Cat Lateral Damage, the world's premier cat simulator video game.
Here's you! You're a cat! Go be a cat!
Woo! Look at me go!
In Cat Lateral Damage, you can run around and knock stuff over. You can knock over books, shoes, even plants. Ha! Take that, plant.
You can chase after laser pointers, and maybe, if you're really good, you can catch it and kill it. I got you. No, wait. I got you. This time. Get back here.
Honestly, it's mostly about knocking stuff over.
Now let's meet the developers behind Cat Lateral Damage.
Hi, I'm Lynn. I make games. Sometimes I eat pencils. I'm the programmer on Cat Lateral Damage, which means I stand on the keyboard until the game works.
And I'm Will. I'm the designer for the game. Wait, hang on. What's going on with this bug? Hey, bug. Yeah, you. Oh, sorry. I'm also QA.
I love playing games. All cats do. We get the best toys. Human games just aren't as fun. We're in a great place with this game, but we want to take it further.
More stuff to knock over? More houses?
An awesome unlock progression and procedurally generated levels.
Chasing mice and tripping out with catnip.
And more cats.
Thanks for helping make this game a reality.
What are you guys doing filming my cats?
Oh crap!
So, how many people are gonna say they just used cats in that video to get pledges?
Well, duh.
Why
But it
why
worked.
Smart
wouldn't you?
marketing.
It definitely did its job because they had
You'd be a fool. You'd be a fool not to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
A polydactyl bobtail cat. I mean, come the hell on.
Yeah, it's pretty adorable.
and you can play the demo if you guys are curious about playing it. It's an adorable game about being a horrible cat.
Basically.
Knocking all the
No,
stuff
just being a
around, yeah.
normal
Okay.
cat. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
All
do
cats
that.
are assholes.
That's
Yeah.
kind of true.
Like,
Yeah, but they're delightful.
Yeah.
it's
They're my
adorable.
favorite kind of asshole.
And if you guys want to back this game, I mean, they need 40 grand. They're sitting at 36, and they have 19 days to go. So at this point, you're pretty much just pre-ordering it.
Which, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to it. I really enjoy the game just because of the different perspective. So, there's a lot of things where if you look at it a different way, that completely changes, like how big the house looks, but it's just a normal house.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But-
That's great.
Yeah, they did a really good job with that.
Oh, he made it. He made the game after his childhood cat,
No.
Oh,
which is really cute. Yeah, his name was Nippy.
Oh, that's kind
Aw.
of cute.
My cat's name was Spanky.
Spanky.
I didn't name it. My parents did. They named it after Spanky and the Little Rascals.
I had
Oh.
I had a cat named Booger. I mean, and my favorite cat was named Dammit.
Nice. And then our other cat was named Corker, and he was a Manx. So he had no tail, just that little stubbin. So he looked like a little cork to us, so we called him Corker.
We
Yeah.
have.
Pootie,
What's
who
it?
actually did have gas. Very bad gas.
Since
Yeah.
I've been born, I've had 5 cats, and 4 of them are actually still alive.
Wow.
Yep. We take pretty good care of our
Battle
cats.
tanks.
Yeah.
I've had like 30 cats. And
Yeah, so have I.
They've all lived to be really old, except a couple who just got sick and we couldn't do anything about it. But we have them like a massive amount of cats at once. Like, this is how my family operates. We're bred to be cat ladies from an early age.
You know I have to make a joke about you being old now, right?
I am old. It's okay. But I only have 3 cats, so
We have 3 cats as well. But I'm married, so that's good.
I'm technically in
Common
a
law?
domestic partnership.
There you go. That's good enough.
Yeah.
I just
means
live
that-
here. I'm a squatter.
I just live here. You take advantage of poor Sloth.
He's paying my debt. That's what this is. He's paying my
Nice.
debt. I make him dinner, which
Done,
he also
done.
pays for.
Done and done.
Love it.
Okay, so next up we're going to be looking at Anima Gate of Memories, the extended campaign. So I think this has already been done, or at least a demo is, but they wanted to make more of it.
Oh, they've reached their goal too.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they
this
did it.
one's backed. So again, you're pre-ordering it at this point. It's got 3 days to go. Anyway, we will watch the video.
Hello, my name is Carlos Garcia, creator of the role-playing game series Anima Beyond Fantasy. Today I'm here to talk to you about a game we are developing, Gate of Memories. Gate of Memories is an action RPG that combines elements inspired by great hack-and-slash sagas and the compelling storytelling of traditional RPGs. It aims to create a game full of exhilarating actions, challenging puzzles, and a thoughtful story that anyone can enjoy. In the game, you have control of 2 different characters, the Bearer and Ergo. Each one has at their disposal a large set of special skills that you can develop and customize as you wish, allowing you to configure them each time you level up. This allows you to create your own combinations of techniques, giving you freedom to do whatever you want with your personal style. This freedom of style is further multiplied by the fact that you can switch between the 2 characters in the middle of any action or attack, allowing you to create limitless combos. Gate of Memories offers an open world. While it might not be considered a sandbox, the truth is that you can move with great freedom through the world, visiting different locations and allowing you to retrace your steps to revisit areas, discover new secrets, and unlock access to previously locked places. Gate of Memories has an intense storyline full of mysteries, deep characters, and difficult decisions. The game takes place in Gaia, an anachronistic setting which combines many elements such as traditional medieval fantasy and magic-based technology. In a time torn by war, we will follow the destiny of the Bearer, a nameless woman who years ago signed an unwilling pact that gave her control over an ancient entity called Ergo. Working now as agents for a secret society called Nathaniel, they will be assigned to recover a dangerous artifact that has been stolen by a forsaken member of the organization. However, everything they knew and expected becomes much more sinister when they end up locked in a strange tower made of the memories of the same creatures that they have been destroying. That will only be the beginning of an exciting story full of secrets and mysteries which only you, with each of your actions and decisions, will be able to discover. Gate of Memories has already been in development for 2 years and is about to enter its final stage. We are proud of what we have done with the game so far, but at this moment, we need your help to make it the game we want it to be. Even with all our enthusiasm and passion, there are limitations that can't be avoided due to our budget constraints, and there are many things we would like to do to improve Gate of Memories and make it even better. That's why we need your assistance, as just a little more would allow us to go much further than we are right now. With a solid foundation for the game already done, we plan to use these additional funds to design new scenarios, new epic enemies to face, and improve both the soundtrack and sound effects, ultimately to make an even better gaming experience. If, like us, you feel that this project is special, please help us through Kickstarter to make it true.
So, Anima, Gate of Memories, what do you guys think?
I was so distracted by that terrible dubbing. No, I'm just kidding. The game itself, it looks really cool. Like, people were making jokes about, it looking like Assassin's Creed. I wasn't really reminded of Assassin's Creed. I was reminded more of, like, fighting games. It seems like an open world
Devil May
fighting
Cry.
game. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel. This is I don't know. Just something about the way it looks. It's pretty. I don't know. It's starting to feel like this look that we see in games all the time is almost tired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I do think that this has a market.
It does.
It's
really
Final Fantasy chic is what I call it.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Which is not bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's bad. It's like for me personally, I'm almost tired of seeing it. And I'm like, oh, there's another one that looks like that, which is a shame, because I'm sure the storyline is great. The storyline actually has me really interested, and the gameplay looks really, really fun. The art style, I wish they'd had something different, but it's something I'm willing to forgive for the sake of wanting to play the game. And still, I'm just kind of like, oh, that's a little disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Oh, their first stretch goal is all characters and even minor PCs are fully voiced. That will bog this project down so badly if they actually unlock that.
Yeah, well, and they're getting close.
Yeah, that is not a good first stretch goal. Oh my god.
Well, they only have 3 days, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting, but yeah, I also feel that it's going to be a Devil May Cry kind of clone. Open world, which is kind of cool, but yeah.
It's like, I don't know, it reminded me of like a Final Fantasy Street Fighter mashup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, the story sounds really, really interesting. I was like, okay, I am kind of curious about that. I'm not sure it's enough to like sell it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I still haven't played Darksiders, Sparlock. I have it.
I really like Darksiders.
I haven't played. I still need to finish BioShock, for God's sake.
Yes, you do, so we can talk about it!
Such selfish reasons. Not so I enjoy it, but so we can talk about it.
It's like it's exploding in my brain and I need to just vent it out. And I have nobody to vent it to because none of my friends have beaten it yet.
Which BioShock? I'm assuming the third one?
Yeah, Infinite.
Yeah.
Oh,
I haven't beat the first.
Well,
she beat it on stream.
See, we can't say anything until Bonnie beats it though.
I know. That's a
right?
shame.
Yeah. I may just play it like not on stream. I enjoy playing it on stream, but streaming has been such a drain lately that I haven't been able to do it. So I don't know. We'll see. I still have to beat BioShock 1 as well, which I'm closer to the end of that one.
Which is also good. I like that one too.
Yeah. I just blah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at the end and I'm like, blah. Anyway.
Sorry. We can. This one, I really am interested in this one. It's called Sunset. And this is we were talking about perspectives with Cat Lateral Damage. Mm-hmm. This is another one with a really interesting perspective. So we'll watch it and chat.
Hi, we're Telltales. We make really deep and artistic video games. Your mother doesn't even understand what we make. For a new game, Sunset.
No, not this time. I don't think so. Okay, yeah, yes, hi. I'm Maria and this is Michael, and we're together as Tale of Tales, and we're here to tell you about our latest game, Sunset. See, wasn't that good? They did it.
We should do this. It's like you're like this big guy and you run around and you shoot stuff. It's explosions.
Explosions. Explosions. Michael and I have been making games together for the past 10 years. We've made 7 titles.
Sunset is a first-person thriller that takes place in a single apartment in a war-torn South American republic in the early 1970s. You play as a housekeeper, alone, in the home of a wealthy eccentric. You come to do your work each week at sunset and slowly discover your employer's role in the revolution. With war all around you, what difference can you make? Who will you be when you can't be the man with the gun? Are you part of the country's story or of someone else's life? Can you be both? By snooping around in a private space, you decide where you stand. Will you be a lover, a traitor, a spy, or an ally? Discover how in wartime, every relationship becomes bigger than just two people.
The story of Sunset is actually something that has been in our hearts since 2005. But we noticed more and more games that have a similar sort of gameplay that we were thinking of. Games like Gone Home, and games like Dear Esther. But the story of Sunset is one that you affect and that unfolds around you in real time as you play. This is the thing that we found in a 1970s Playboy for a deluxe duplex bin house. It's like the ultimate in modern architecture at the time. It's push button everything, screens that slide down, recessed dinner tables, perfectly modern kitchen. People go through their lives thinking that war happens around them, and they don't think that they are a part of it. But what if you had the chance to realize that even the small things that you do can affect the world outside and a war that is happening all around you? He likes these types of things, like very, very very sort of overclass. It has exquisite taste, I must say.
Then you start seeing his message.
Yeah, and you're exploring all of these objects that are in his world. You have to decide how far you want to take it. I mean, do you want to cross those lines? Crossing those lines has advantages, however, because you can come closer to this person. And you start leaving a series of notes and clues to each other that get you deeper into a relationship. What that relationship becomes is kind of up to you. Thanks, We were able to find arts funding for half the budget for Sunset, and part of it we can fund ourselves, but for the rest there's no other funds available for us. That's why we're turning to Kickstarter to ask for your help to get this unique game made. Kickstarter is fabulous for this because it allows you to become part of our process, and we're really happy to have this opportunity to do that for the first time. Thank you. Thank you very much for supporting this project. We're really excited about it, and we know that you guys are going to love it, and it's the first time we make a game of this sort. Explosion. Join us in the revolution. You know it.
So, thoughts?
Meh?
Really?
Yeah, like, I don't know. I couldn't...
There we go.
When games have, when like Kickstarters have a plethora of explaining going on, like punctuated with, by the way, guys, there are explosions, like I start losing interest really fast because that's, I don't know, that just, it seems cheap. I don't know, like I don't know how to explain it. I'm not impressed.
I really liked it. Like, we were talking about perspectives, and it's this whole being in the 70s in Colombia. So that's an interesting time during the revolution, and you're playing the maid of this really high-powered political figure, and you can actually change how the world is unraveling based on your role as his maid and the relationship that you make with him.
Okay, see, that seems cool, but like they just kept saying, by the way, explosions. explosions.
I think
By the
that
way,
was more a
explosions.
joke.
I'm like, guys, can you
I
stop?
think it's funny.
Yeah.
I thought the explosion thing was hilarious. I was cracking up every time they go, by the way, explosions. And I was like, so, to each their own. I love Tale of Tales. I love the stuff that they do. Because it's different and it's they're kind of off the wall. They're kind of nuts. And I kind of enjoy it because, I don't know, it's just something different and I enjoy crazy people. I just do. And I've played, I think, every single one of their games that they've put out, and I've enjoyed every single one of them.
There you go.
See, I've only played the Path, but I liked it. I really liked
it. Path can be fucking, just terrifying. It scares the crap out of me, that game. It's so good, though. And just because you have that freedom to explore and to sit there, and they don't actually ever really tell you exactly what's going on. It's very, very thought-provoking, and it causes that friction with you, and it makes you have to sit there and go, wait a minute, what is this? What is happening? And you sit there and you actually think about it, which is something I don't see in a lot of games. So it's different and it's jarring to a lot of people, but it's something that I look for. The video is off the wall, and I'm okay with that. It's more like a head shake, like, oh, you guys.
Somnium actually makes a good point. The plot sounds a lot more interesting than the video tells you. It's like Gone Home with off-screen interaction. See, that's the thing. I love story games. I love games like that. They relax me. They make me happy. I love feeling like I affect things in the game just by being there. And that kind of immersion is really awesome. That's why I liked The Path, because the game does react to what you do in real time. And and the story is so complex that you can't help but get lost in it. And I understand what they were doing with this video. Like, I'm not sitting here like, the fact that they said explosions over and over, it's annoying to me, but they got funded in 2 days.
Yep.
So clearly, they know what they're doing with the advertising. I just, I would, if the game piqued my interest, I would look somewhere else for information about it, because the way it was presented was not my type of marketing. However, as Bewee said, they are different. They do a lot of good cerebral type games. And so I am looking forward to this because of that. I was just meh about the video. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And the two things I would say about the game is I'm expecting and hoping to have an in-depth storyline with the kind of a relationship building that you would see in, like, Facade, where there are so many different paths, and it's all kind of up to you. And the paths that you can take can lead to some really dark places, is what I'm hoping.
Yeah. That was really fun. I had a lot of fun with that game. I sat there and played it for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
No joke. Like, I was just like thinking about it and just being like, wow, just totally immersed in it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if you, like, what drew me to that game was the novelty of it. Because it was ridiculous if you're just goofing around on it. But then you start getting into it and you get like, oh my god, I want to find out what the actual relationship is here. What actually happened here. So I'm hoping it'll be the same for Sunset. And the other thing I want to say is, hell, we're indie. Like, this is what we do. We're the ones that get to experiment because all the big guys can't take it. They can't risk the money to do crazy, whacked out experimental stuff like this. But you get a game popular like Gone Home and things like that. If something like this got popular where you've got a really dark narrative told through this whole different perspective, you're going to start seeing bigger games, bigger development companies throwing bigger budgets at bigger and weirder mechanics like this. That's like Spec Ops: The Line, because you get a really dark narrative that's actually trying to say something rather than just trying to entertain you.
Exactly. And in that trying to, whether or not it cares that it entertains me, actually entertains me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, like, Cyberpunk is absolutely ridiculous, for example. And I don't even know that there's a point to that game. You know what I mean? Like, I've watched part of a playthrough, but it's not a game that I'd be able to play. But it's so weird, but it gives a crap if you're interacting. Like, it's got very specific things in the game that you are forced to pay attention and actually think about what you're doing, but in their weird abstract world way. Yeah. So you have to be invested in order for it to continue, and I think that's cool. That, when games do that sort of thing. And this Sunset looks like it's going to do a similar thing. Like, you have to be invested in every move you make.
Yeah. Yeah, well said.
So,
I think
I'm comparing this to Cyberpunk, of all things, but, or Jazz Punk. It was Jazz Punk. I'm sorry.
It's just on sale yesterday. But it's
Oh,
interesting.
you said cyberpunk, and I knew what you meant too.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's sorry.
Well,
I'm tired.
I just assumed weird abstract. I was like, oh yeah, jazz punk is great.
Yeah, jazz punk. Sorry.
No, it's cool.
I can't word today.
The next one, I don't know if anybody here played Sega Genesis, but this one reminds me of Altered Beast, of all things. What the?
Did you break it?
Open the link. Yeah, the link. It has the link in my browser, but it didn't add the R on the end, so that was odd.
Weird.
Anyway, talking about perspective, let's talk about For My Brother. Let's watch a video and then we can chat about it. Oh, that music is killer. So, if anybody hasn't heard of Altered Beast, what that was, it was an old Sega Genesis game where as you went through the game, you would kill animals and gain pieces of them. And so you would turn into this giant, weird anthropomorphized person with different animal parts. And that's kind of what it reminded me of.
Okay, see, I never saw that. I didn't play anything but Sonic on Genesis.
No worries. Nobody should ever play anything but Sonic on Genesis.
Except the game you were talking about right now. Obviously,
well, I mean, Altered Beast, it wasn't a great game. It was just, it kind of stuck in my mind.
I see.
Let's talk about that theme, though. They showed a quote from Nietzsche about becoming what you fear and becoming what you fight, almost. It's interesting in this game. They kind of showed when she jumps over the rock, you can do it as a human, but it takes longer. Or you can start altering yourself, and it makes it easier and easier. But if you're altering yourself, what are you becoming?
I like that.
And it's a very common theme in any Blizzard game. Any at all. Because in Warcraft, they had Arthas, who was fighting the Scourge and eventually became the king of them. In Diablo, you were fighting Diablo in the very first game, and your character actually falls to his corruption in the second game. In StarCraft, there's a character named Kerrigan who is fighting this Zerg threat, and she becomes the queen of them. So this Nietzsche theme is very, very popular in a lot of gaming. Mostly Blizzard.
Yeah, they're pointing out the goal amount.
Yeah.
They have 29 days to go, but
That is steep.
That is very steep. That concerns me for them.
Mm-hmm.
This is a game I would definitely play. I'm just like, oh, I don't know if they can make that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot for. Oof.
Good quote. Good quote. I was practically throwing money at the computer monitor. Yeah. I mean, I've seen bigger goals with games that didn't have as good of videos make it. So it isn't impossible, but that is a steep goal for them to try and make.
yeah, it's definitely. Yeah, I hope that they can make something. Like, I don't know if they're going to be able to make the full game that they want.
Yeah.
But if if they're able to keep, just keep plugging at it. Like we said earlier with the 13-year development, even if they can't do it immediately, if they keep working at it, this is a good concept. It looks really good.
It does,
so
yeah.
I would like to see this game. I just hope that if they don't make their Kickstarter, they don't give up.
Exactly.
I agree. And that I love that theme again. As she fights against powers of untamed nature in order to save her brother, she becomes less human. So it's a really cool dichotomy there, because you probably even have like a time limit or something like that, something to enforce the fact that you need to save your brother quickly, and that it would be a lot easier to do it by altering yourself, but eventually what do you become, etc., etc., etc. So I would love to see this game made simply for that fact.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Yay,
and oh my god, I want that soundtrack.
Yeah, the soundtrack's really good.
That was killer. I love that. And we only have one left, so we might actually make an hour today. Holy crap.
We have 4 minutes. We're not going to make an hour.
I'm hitting stop streaming right when this is done.
It's done. It's over. The end.
Yeah. Ta-da! So this one is called Tempura, and we'll talk about it after, but it's a little out there.
Hello, my name's Eric, and I'm the lead developer at Firebelly Studios. I wanted to tell you about Tempura, an adventurous ride through space and time. Tempura is a 2D platformer set in deep space and on distant planets with a sprinkling of RPG. Gameplay features puzzles, random level generation, and character upgrades. You can also pilot a ship for classic shoot-'em-up action. In Tempura, you choose between different missions with various playstyles, including exploration, resource gathering, and timed events. Tempura is a story of revenge which will send you to the remote past and the distant future. Some amazing pixel artists are helping with the graphics, and a talented composer CJeff is ready to start work on a soundtrack. Please check the Kickstarter page for more details. Tempura is the game I've always wanted to make. I have over a decade of software development experience and have been playing platformers nearly my entire life. I draw my inspiration from games like Mega Man, R-Type, Gradius, Cave Story, and Bionic Commando. I also have some friends and family who are helping out with design and testing. I've spent nearly 2 years getting the game to this point, and with a little help, I can make it a reality. I'm thrilled to have the chance to make something special, and I'm extremely excited to be able to share it with all of you. I'll see you in space.
That soundtrack, though.
Yeah, it's cool. That smile frozen on his face was hilarious. He looked like he was in pain, like holding that smile. I was like, oh, he's kind of cute. Oh, wait. You know, like bless his heart.
Dear.
Stop the camera!
I am not this person.
It's like the 50th take or something. He's just like, I'm done. Let me just glue my cheeks up like this.
4 in the morning.
Get some wig tape. Get some wig tape and just pull the corners of your mouth up.
Welcome to the world of YouTubing.
Yeah, pretty much. That was hilarious. Yeah, he's really a robot. He's a deep fried robot.
Yeah, that's a great game title. That needs to be done.
I think that's gonna be my RPG Maker game.
Yeah. Do it.
It'll be deep fried robot.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
So this one, 20 grand, very modest goal. 28 days left. I think they could do it. Do it. Just based off that goal. Like, it's a really neat game. It reminds me of, like, Edge of Space, where it's almost like Terraria, but it tried to attempt to have graphics. It's like a 2D kind of shooter, like a Gradius. So it's cool. It looks like it has a really neat storyline, and I want to play it.
Yeah, I would definitely be interested in playing it. It does have that retro look, but it doesn't look worn out, if that makes sense.
Completely.
Yeah. As opposed to what we were talking about earlier, you can reuse the same kind of style over and over again, and eventually you get sick of it. Now this looks retro, but it still looks good.
It looks fresh.
If that makes sense. Yeah.
It looks like Tempura.
Yeah, you can definitely see the influences in it, but you can look at it and go, "Oh, that's that game. That's Tempura's."
Yeah.
Tempura.
And
so fresh and so clean.
Whereas like the other game, you'd look at it and go, "Wait, which Final Fantasy is that one?" And people would go, "How dare you!" But it's true. A lot of people, you need something a little bit more recognizable, I think. And I think this pulls it off.
Some of the reward tiers, you get miniatures and plushies. Just saying.
Plushies.
Right?
Plushies.
That's a neat way to do that.
The little plushy spacesuit man is adorable.
That is pretty adorable.
I like the ship miniatures. They look so neat. But I like EVE Online, so.
I was going to say, yeah. My boyfriend plays EVE Online, too. He would like that.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh my gosh. Scroll down a little bit and look at the team. They have them in pixel form.
Oh, that's so cute.
Gamer Mountain Troll.
I like that.
Born inside a TurboGrafx 16, doctors were not sure if he would ever be able to live a normal life. After a while, we just realized he was fine being half machine, half gamer.
My TurboGrafx 16 is still in its original box, and I actually have the poster from it.
Wow.
Oh man. Anyway, this game, yes.
Just out-nerded yourself.
Oh yeah, bring it. Honestly, that's not even my rarest system.
Oh my god. Yeah, we went 3 minutes over an hour.
Oh no.
Punish us.
Well, we're done. Click.
And again, thank you for coming. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, I felt like, I don't know, I look at this game and it doesn't personally seem like something that I would like to play, if that makes sense, but I like how it looks. I like, I don't know, it looks like it'd be a lot of fun for quite a number of people I know.
That's a growing trend on Kickstarter. I'm finding the more and more videos we're watching, the more we're saying, I really like how this looks. So it's nice to see that people are, I mean, it's a theme that we've been doing weeks and weeks ago, but the retro by choice, like retro by style rather than necessity. And that people, they're not relying on old 16-bit and 8-bit graphics to make their games. Because, like, we saw that Twin Souls. That one is an amazing looking game, and it's not in any way retro. This game looks really cool because it's retro. So both well designed.
I had something else I wanted to say, and I can't remember what it was. I swear to God, you guys, I can't wait for this fever to go away.
Yeah,
it's making me stupid.
It's all good. It's no worries.
Derp. Derp. Oh my goodness.
I said my sentence. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had your Reese's cup, so you're set for the day.
I am.
I still am so jealous.
I guess I just have to. I gotta throw like half of mine out because I'm so done with Reese's.
No! She has a freaking conniption. My God, what are you doing, man?
Don't kill the Reese's. What did
I'm not sorry. You're just evil.
Well, yeah, I love torturing Bonnie.
Where?
That's about gonna do it for us, though, guys. Because I got no more games left.
You got no more games left?
Kickstarter's
That's not
done.
possible.
That's it.
Wow.
Kickstarter thanks everybody for its time, but they are no longer accepting projects.
GG.
The end.
No reason. Oh my
Burns and
goodness.
Reese's. All right. Thank you both so much for joining me. It's always a blast having you on the show.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
course.
Hopefully I'll feel better.
Yeah.
Oh
I
god,
hope
next
so.
week I'll be recovering from surgery, so I'm gonna be like drugged out. That's gonna be great.
So it's mandatory that you're here next week.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be here next week.
Next week, we're going to theme our games around psychedelic acid trips so that we can make Bonnie have a bad one.
Can we do that?
Y'all are evil.
Actually,
if you want.
yeah. Next week
My
we are
stupid
going to be
memes.
we're going to be doing our second monthly recap. So we're going to look at some of the games that we've looked at throughout the whole month, where they're sitting now, or whether they've made it or not, or whether we think they aren't going to make it. So that'll be a fun thing to look forward to next week. We have some cool games going on this week. We have a really interesting show for Average Giants tomorrow. I don't want to give it away. I want you guys to come watch it. And then we're going to be continuing our Magica series. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. So, anyway, until next week.
Magica.
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 They just announced Magica 2. They announced Magica 2!
Oh my god!
I'm excited.
I'm pretty excited for it, actually.
I've never played Magica. I have it, and I've never played it.
So
It gets stupid fun, especially when you have somebody that's a jerk and like attacks everybody.
the three of us should play Magica 2?
If somebody gets it for me,
Yeah.
like,
I will gladly buy you that one.
hell yeah.
I will
Y'all,
sit down on
y'all
that.
are witnesses.
All
Y'all
right.
are witnesses. He agreed to buy me Magica 2. Alright? Alright.
Nice.
Okay.
So it is said. Alright.
Until then, though, guys, everybody have a good week. Much love, and we will see you all soon.
Bye.